man. I'm getting a glare. Got some glare action. It's all cool though, man. Alright. What's the deal with y'all, family, loved ones, close friends, associates? Welcome to the newest edition of Nature Talks. You see we in the sky blue zone, man. The sky blue zone, y'all. Don't even know nothing about that. This the old money zone, man. Everybody who been following my channel recognize this space in this area. This will be station number 2 for Nature Talks. The rest of Nature Talks, we will most oftentimes be, amongst nature in different environments, enjoying the outside scenery. But honestly, I just got home from work. I'm tired. It's getting a little dark outside. I don't know if y'all can really see. It look bright still, but it's not the brightest. It's 7, almost 7 p.m. right now. Man, these Nature Talks are already becoming important to me because a lot of times, and this is why I told a lot of y'all in my first installment of this series, my friend always first. I'm always a friend. I don't really know where the circle of trust is for me to go and have these conversations, or if I'm standing on a level mindset with my peers and the people who are in my environment to have these conversations, or I just might not feel comfortable talking out loud to certain people or at certain points and stuff, depending on the subject at hand, you know what I'm saying? But oftentimes I've did a lot of character development on my own, as we all have, I'm sure, especially growing into adulthood. We all have to go through a large character development alone. But a lot of us get to these spaces when we get older, I would say. When we get adulthood, 21 and older, we get to these spaces where there's not anything or anybody that can change our perspective of the decisions we make or the actions that we take. So coming of age and me just being the vocal person that I am and so down to earth, a lot of people tend to just come up to me and want to talk to me naturally about all kinds of things. I mean, literally their lives, you know what I'm saying? It might be a random 20-30 minutes or something, like at a new job or something, and they just walk up and they just want to talk to me and spill off all of their, lively topics. And I don't have a problem being that person or a voice of reason technically in a lot of situations. But for me personally, I've had to be there for myself as well. So these Nature Talks are becoming so important to me because I don't care about views. I don't care about likes. I don't care about comments. I do care about comments because I want to talk to y'all. But I've grown into a space where I'm starting to understand that silence is peace. Which brings me to the topic of this video. Obviously, I told y'all this is going to be Nature Talks, and I got the title up there. But silence is peace, in the regard of saying silence is peace, especially for my own personal, I guess ramifications of things. Like for me, I'm a content creator, you know what I'm saying? Like I've always been a content creator pretty much for the majority of my life now, half of it even, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the times that I spend on the camera have become just as important as the times that I spend off of the camera, because one thing about content creation and personal development in general, you have to create the environment that is effective for you and that will not drain you of things that are important to you or the dreams that you cherish. Overall, me sitting down in front of the camera, even though typically the majority of these videos on my channel, they're probably gonna do about 5 to 0 views. I mean, like, whatever numbers over 5 views is amazing. So like typically though, when I'm doing these blog style videos, I'm averaging 5 views a video. This could not be about anything other than just voicing the things that I needed to get off of my chest. I needed to come forward and felt comfortable coming forward to others to tell or discuss and sit down and hear others' perspective to help myself grow personally. I made the environment, I set the tone, and I'm always based in or around my own silence. I talk to myself. I sit back and I can make myself laugh. I can make myself smile. I can make myself cry. I can make myself angry. I can completely control my emotions in silence. I want you guys to understand that silence is a form of energy as well. Everything around us is energy. Energy is always and forever, and it cannot die. In the day-to-day world, in our everyday lives, typically the majority of us have surrounded ourselves with too much energy, too much non-silence. The world is all vibrations. That's another reason why I said silence is peace. Energy is vibrations. It's low vibrations, and it's high vibrations, and it's middle frequencies that are tranquil. Honestly, almost like a 0 point on our counting scale. The middle areas, to me personally, I would consider the middle areas silence. This is peace. This is bliss. Everything has a balance. The highs come with lows, and the middle ground is where you're supposed to be stabilized. Being a person who's like a people person but very introverted is the most perplexing duality to live in, because oftentimes you'll find yourself talking to people and you don't even want to talk, but the perspective that you gain from the conversation, you sit back and you ponder on it and you're like, damn, I never really thought about shit like that. I cherish those things. Those things are valuable to me, which hence is why a lot of times I can't go out of my way to tell somebody, I don't feel like talking to you. I don't feel like talking right now. I don't care about what you're talking about even. We all entitled to our own opinion and feelings, and I'm entitled to feel that way if that's how I feel. I never do that, because my silence has now put me into a tranquil state. Even in conversation, I found a way to completely submerge my world in my silence when it's necessary. And the biggest thing that made me think about this today was working my whole 8-hour shift. I went in at 9 in the morning. I was a couple minutes late. Got off at a little bit after I was supposed to. Actually, I didn't take lunch or anything, and I just got home at about 6. I get off at about 5 or 5:30. Most days I get off at 5:30. But being there today, and it was just me as the sole worker in my department, I didn't sit in silence the whole day. I actually had a headphone in and listened to YouTube and things of that such. A lot of times I like to spend these times, especially at work, I listen to different Bible scriptures, learn some more, try to expand my mind, or I may just watch all comedy just to get some laughs and keep the vibrations high. But today, listening to whatever I was listening to throughout the course of the afternoon, I could honestly say that being silent made it the easiest for me to get through the day. That's the message, y'all. That's really it for this video. Silence is peace. Don't let anybody take your silence. Don't let anybody take your peace. You see what I'm saying? Don't let anybody take it. Silence is powerful. Sometimes being completely silent, you could say more words than a person could say out of their mouth to you directly. Silence is scary. A lot of people don't like to drown in their thoughts. My mind is constantly working. So drowning in my thoughts has happened a long time ago. I'm consumed now fully. This is the apocalypse of Mo's thoughts now. Seriously, man. If you're a person who has to be around others, or you can't sit still, or whatever the case may be, or you running from up here, and the things that you're thinking about, or your emotions and the ways that you're feeling inside, and the thoughts that those are sending to you, the thoughts that your emotions are sending to you, that's what I'm saying. Find a way to take back your silence. You hear that, man? Yeah, that's the most beautiful sound in the world to me. Absolutely nothing. It's nothing in this world that brings me more peace and fulfillment and true tranquility than natural silence. It's amazing. It's so blissful. There's so much euphoria from it. Like, genuinely. I really hope that you guys can find peace in life. Find peace in your mind. Find peace in your emotions. Find peace in your finance. Find peace in your toils of your hands, in your work. Life is full of rage, especially here in the United States. Life is full of rage. Life is sped up. Life is a roller coaster. Life is a lot of things, and there's a lot of adjectives that we can use to describe people and life as a whole, how they're similar, how they're different. But overall, the one thing that we all have a problem with, and that we all need to work on, and especially myself, take your silence. Take your peace. Take it. It's yours. It was already given to you. Nobody can give it to you. But that's all. It's been Mo from Flint, man. This has been Nature's Talk. Nature's Talk. That's a nice title, but that's not the title. This has been Nature Talks. And I want y'all to know that I'm always a friend. I'm always here. The comments would be greatly appreciated. We could extend conversation. Silence is peace. Take your peace. I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a blessed night. I'm probably gonna see this about 30 to 45 minutes after I recorded it, but I'm signing off, man.